Artificial intelligence outperforms humans in standardized tests of creative potential, according to the University of Arkansas. I just spent the afternoon doing some fun things with my son. That is, we were creating music. We were doing the input into the AI programs, the applications, and it was coming out with beautiful music. One of them was basically Celtic type of song, and I got up and started dancing to it. And of course, it was his own creation, according to what the AI gave him from the input he gave the AI. It's amazing. It only took about, a minute or two. Now, in a recent study, 151 human participants were pitted against ChatGPT-4 and 3 tests designed to measure divergent thinking, which is considered to be an indicator of creative thought. Divergent thinking is characterized by the ability to generate a unique solution to a question that does not have one expected solution, such as, what is the best way to avoid talking about politics with my parents? In the study, GPT-4 provided more original and elaborate answers than in the human participants. The study, The Current State of Artificial Intelligence Generative Language Models, is more creative than humans on divergent thinking tasks, was published in Scientific Reports and authored by University of Arizona PhD students in psychological science Kent F. Hubert and Kim N. Awa, as well as Daria L. Zabelina, an assistant professor of psychological science at the University of Arizona and director of the Mechanisms of Creative Cognition and Attention Lab. The 3 tests utilized were the alternative use task, which asked participants to come up with creative uses for everyday objects like a rope or a fork, the consequences task, which invites participants to imagine possible outcomes of hypothetical situations like, what if humans no longer needed sleep? And the divergent associations task, which asks participants to generate 10 nouns that are as semantically distant as possible. For instance, there is not much semantic distance between dog and cat, while there is a great deal between words like cat and ontology. Answers were evaluated for the number of responses, length of response, and semantic differences between words. Ultimately, the authors found that overall, ChatGPT-4 was more original and elaborate than humans on each of the divergent thinking tasks, even when controlling for fluency of responses. In other words, ChatGPT-4 demonstrates higher creative potential across an entire battery of divergent thinking tasks. And this finding does come with some caveats. The authors state, it is important to note that the measures used in the study are all measures of creative potential, but the involvement in creative activities or achievements are another aspect of measuring a person's creativity. The purpose of the study was to examine human-level creative potential, not necessarily people who may have established creative credentials. Hubert and Awa further noted that AI, unlike humans, does not have agency, that is, dependent on the assistance of human user. Therefore, the creative potential of AI is in a constant state of stagnation unless prompted. Also, the researchers did not evaluate the appropriateness of GPT-4 responses. So while the AI may have provided more responses and more original responses, human participants may have felt they were constrained by their responses, needing to be grounded in the real world. Ava also acknowledged that the human motivation to write elaborate answers may not have been high, and said there are additional questions about how do you operationalize creativity. Can we really say that using these tests for humans is generalized to different people? Is it assessing a broad array of creative thinking? So I think it has us critically examining what are the most popular measures of divergent thinking. Whether the tests are perfect measures of human creative potential is not really the point. The point is that large language models are rapidly progressing and outperforming humans in ways they have not before. Whether they are a threat to replace human creativity remains to be seen. For now, the authors continue to use moving forward future possibilities of AI acting as a tool of inspiration as an aid in a person's creative process or to overcome fixedness is promising. This is by University of Arkansas. I said Arizona, sorry, it's Arkansas. From the journal Scientific Reports by Kent Hubert and colleagues on Tech Explorer. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.